Hello, 6-4s. I miss you guys. Sorry that I have to isolate. Hoping to be back next Wednesday, hopefully. So I'll be back to teach you guys in not too long. So just make sure you're being respectful in class and learning best you can. So hopefully yesterday you guys went over some improper fractions and mixed numbers with Mr. Adams. If not, Ms. Henry will introduce them today. So I'm just going to kind of go over a few things. So just a reminder that an improper fraction is something like 15 over 4. So the top is larger than the bottom, okay? And all this means is 15 divided by 4, right? We've been learning and discussing this year that the line in a fraction means divide, okay? So it's just saying if you have 15 parts and you divide them into 4 groups, how many are in each and do you have a remainder, okay? So most of the fractions we work with this unit, we are going to end up with that remainder that we're gonna have to work with. So the purpose of this unit is that we need to be able to convert improper fractions into what are called mixed numbers, okay? So I'm just going to tell you that this fraction, 15 over 4, is equal to 3 3/4, okay? You're probably not going to know how I got that right now, but that is the purpose of part of this video, is explaining that, okay? So this is an improper fraction, this is a mixed number, and they're equal to each other. So why do we call this a mixed number? Because it's a mix of two things. It's a mix of the whole number and then the remainder, or what we call the proper fraction. So it always has 2 parts. We write the whole number nice and big in front, and then we write the proper fraction smaller and just off to the side, okay? So yeah, those are just some vocabulary things that you need to know. Improper fraction, mixed number, okay? In this unit, we focus on 2 strategies that will allow us to convert from improper fractions to mixed numbers. So the first strategy that you're going to focus on today is called the picture method. We need to be able to visualize what is happening when we convert improper fractions into mixed numbers. Now, we only are going to use the picture method when we are working with fractions that aren't too big. Otherwise, we're going to be drawing pictures for hours. And so when we get into larger fractions, we're going to switch to long division. But for now, we're just going to work on some picture method. Okay, so here's an example, 14 over 5. Okay, I want to know how many groups of 5 fit into 14, and then what am I left over with? And I know that a lot of you can just do this in your head and you can figure it out right away. But I am going to ask that for this particular strategy that you just draw the pictures that I'm asking, okay? So a couple things that you need to know is the denominator always tells you how many parts to break your pictures into, okay? So in each of my pictures, there's going to be 5 parts. Now for pictures, we're going to use rectangles all the time. Students like to use circles sometimes, but it's really hard to break circles into odd denominators like 5. So we're just going to use rectangles, okay? The top number always tells you how many parts you have, okay? So what we're going to do is denominator tells us how many sections to divide our rectangles into. So I'm going to draw a rectangle and I'm going to break it into 5 parts. Okay. I need to draw as many rectangles as it takes so that I can end up shading in 14. So I'm just going to start shading here. Well, looks like this marker doesn't work. So we're just going to have to go with black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Okay. I need to shade in 14, so it means I need to draw another whole rectangle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 10 parts shaded in. I need 4 more parts. I don't draw a rectangle with 4 parts though. I draw another rectangle with 5, right? You always have to draw 5 parts in your rectangles. Your denominator tells you that. But now I need to just shade in 4 more because I need a total of 14, and I've already shaded in 10. So 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so that is how you would draw a picture method for this question. Now, we are able to look at these pictures and figure out what is 14 out of 5 as a mixed number. So what you ask yourself is, how many full groups of 5 fit inside of 14? So in other words, how many rectangles of 5 are completely shaded in? Well, you have 1 and 2, okay? Because this one's not completely shaded in. So it means 2 groups of 5 fit inside of 14 fully. So that's going to be your big number in your mixed number, your whole number. Now, this last rectangle is always going to give you your proper fraction information. So you're going to look and you're going to see how many parts did you shade in? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the top number in your fraction. And then how many total parts are there? That's always going to be the bottom number. So 5 is your denominator. So what we can say is that 14 out of 5 is equal to 2 and 4 out of 5. Okay, and that is called the picture method. So we'll do another quick example here. Once you do this and you get the hang of it, it becomes really straightforward, okay? So here's another one we're gonna do. This time we're gonna do, let's do 22 over 3, okay? So if you recall the last question, the top's gonna tell you how many parts we're gonna shade in. So we're gonna shade in 22 parts, and we're gonna divide our rectangles into 3 parts. Again, all this fraction is saying is, what is 22 divided by 3? How many groups of 3 fit inside of 22, and what are you left over with? The picture method is just one way to get us there. Okay, so I'm gonna start drawing rectangles. I'm gonna need quite a few this time. And I'm going to need to shade in 22 parts. So some students start drawing rectangles. Some students will just draw a few, and then they'll start shading so they get the correct number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta keep going. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Okay, so that's how many I needed to shade in. So now, again, I'm gonna look at this information and I'm gonna figure out what is my mixed number. So how many full groups of 3 fit inside of 22? I'm gonna count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the whole number that goes in front. And then how many sections are shaded in this last rectangle? 1 out of 3. Okay, so I'm gonna say that 7 and 1/3 is equal to 22 over 3. Okay, so these two things are equal. So now you guys are going to work through some examples with your guest teacher, and then you're gonna try some of these on your own. Okay, this video is posted on Google Classroom, so if you need any extra explaining or you wanna watch it on your own time, feel free. I'll show you my dog right now. Say hi, Bentley. Bentley. Shake paw. 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 Good boy. Bentley. Bentley. Hey, speak. 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 Good boy. Shake paw. Say bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye, 6 4s.